Do you have what it takes for communication to be successful? Are you confident enough to deliver a speech in front of thousands of people? Or are you afraid that you might commit mistakes when talking to someone? Well, this video is for you.
Girls, guess who cooked my lunch today?
Your mom?
Duh, it's your mom as always.
You guys are no fun! This time, it's me who cooked. Look, do you guys wanna taste it?
Oh, it's a beef steak. But it's burnt. Really burnt. I'll pass. I'm on a diet, you know.
I'll pass too. I'm good with mine.
Oh, it's Shanice. Shan! Come sit with us. There's no vacant seat anymore.
Oh, hi!
Hello.
Hey Shanice, do you want to try out my lunch? I cooked this, by the way.
That's literally a burnt beef, and I'm sorry, but I'm a Hindu.
Eh?
We're prohibited from eating beef.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I should have known.
Don't worry, I understand.
So, guys, this is a handsome guy from Class B.
Yeah, I heard about him, but I forgot his name. Rumors say he ranked first last semester.
Really?
Kissa? How do I say this? Is it fine for them to talk while their mouths are full? I mean, don't they know etiquette or something?
Oh, it's normal in their home country. Althea is Korean, and as far as I know, talking while your mouth is full means that they are enjoying the food.
Really? Is that so?
Oh, it's Miss D!
Good noon, Miss D.
Oh, hey girls. Good noon too. I see, you're eating well. I'm going ahead. See you later in our class.
See you po.
As observed in this situation, the first girl was unhesitantly asking the people around her, without consciously considering their religion, to try the viand she has cooked. Because of this, it resulted for her to ask the Hindu student who is forbidden to eat beef as a way of respect to their religion to try the beefsteak she has prepared. So, tip number 1. Be cautious of your actions towards other people. By doing this, we must practice actively listening and observing. This could help give respect as we communicate with people having different religions.
OMG girl, we've got some tea to spill. A lot happened today while you were absent.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Well, earlier this morning there was a huge fight over.
Shan, I don't think this is the time for gossip. Thea, just hold on a sec.
Why? What did I do wrong this time?
Shan, she obviously isn't fine today.
I know, right? Probably her allergies.
Maybe. Let's just talk to her.
Go on. You good, Thea?
I'm fine, of course. Is there a problem?
Oh, come on. Who are you fooling? Just spill the tea.
Finally, gossip time!
Shanice. Shh.
Jason broke up with me.
See, Shanice? I told you she has a problem. Wait. What?
What? Wait, what happened?
He cheated on me. Him and that girl Anna from his class.
Shh, calm down. Your asthma might get triggered. Don't worry, Thea. It might take some time to heal, but
Yeah, stop crying. We're here for you. That's what you get from not listening to me. I told you he's a total jerk and that you'll just be dumped like what he did to his past relationships.
Kissa, you're not helping at all.
Here in our situation, motivation was not successful because Kisa failed to communicate with compassion as she uttered words that are not comforting at all, therefore, making her friend feel worse. So, tip number 2, be considerate to other people's feelings. This is somehow related to tip number 1. However, the difference is that the first tip focuses on carelessness to other people's religion, while this tip centers towards being mindful of the words we speak or the actions we perform, ensuring that we will not offend or hurt other people's feelings. This could essentially apply when we are in a rage of anger or generally not in a rightful sense of thinking, in which we must not release words that we might regret in the end.
Yo guys, long time no see.
Oh, he's already here. Sit there.
We ordered for you already.
Nice. Thanks.
Yes. Since we're already here, let's talk about where our next trip would be.
Watching movies and series on weekend it is.
We know, but where?
Well, we used to camp in different places whenever we hang out and do movie nights. Then, how about we visit the Lion? I've never been there.
Great. I have a hectic schedule, but I can clear those tasks early.
Gotta clear my sched and run some errands, then I'm good to go too.
I guess I'm gonna do my laundry this weekend morning before I go.
Ike, we gotta wake up early too.
Hell, I'm excited. And you know, we can also read the latest chapter of One Piece manga while we're traveling to get there.
Yes! I know! Speaking of that, the latest release was lit!
Really? I might read that on the weekend then. We're all settled for this coming weekend, I guess?
Hey, let's talk about that later. So, who's gonna bring food and drinks? And whose car are we going to use?
Mine's the food. And for our service, let's stick with Clement's van.
We're good to go then! Did you know? I was surprised by the gore illustrations of One Piece's latest chapter. I didn't see it coming.
Shh! Stop talking! You keep changing the topic. So, what movie are we going to watch, boys?
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Titanic!
Endless Seheng.
We Bears, the movie!
Hey! Let's listen to Ian first.
We've watched that already, Clement.
Let's just go with 3 idiots instead of a sinking boat.
Please talk one by one.
You're not a kid, Seth.
What are you talking about, Chan? Demon Slayer is also for kids.
Hell, whatever you say. I'm done here.
In this situation, communication breakdown was observed due to some violations. First off, Seth and Christian shifted the topic that resulted for them to not focus on the main topic, which was about the planning of their next trip. Secondly, the friends were overlapping as they recommend the movie that they must watch. And lastly, there was no proper termination of their communication due to misunderstandings and inattentively listening to their main speaker. So, tip number 3. Apply restrictions and topic control when communicating. That is why it is also important to have the main speaker initiate this to help and guide towards a proper flow of conversing.
Why is it so hot in here? It's so hot in the living room.
Can you shut your mouth? It's 7 in the morning for Pete's sake. Yes, I know it's hot. And are you asking me to switch on the air conditioner for you? If yes, then I don't want to.
Oh my gosh, you're so mean. Just so you know, it's already hot in here. Why are you still roasting me?
I'm going to work now. And as always, you are in charge of everything in here.
Yeah, Mom, don't worry. I'll promise to have the dinner ready and the mess gone before you get home.
Oh, it's 6 p.m. already.
Oh my gosh, I haven't cooked rice yet.
Sis, mom's already here.
I know I'm not deaf.
You told me you were going to set the dinner table before I get here. See? You also haven't washed the dishes yet. And the floor, it's very dusty. I came home from work and all I got to see is this?
In our situation, the older sister performed commissives under elocution or pledged to her mom that she will have every household chores done before she gets home. But she failed to do so. This is mainly because of her laziness and the so-called mañana habit. So, tip number 4. Refrain from misleading statements. This could result the receiver of the communication to decode wrong information or lead towards misunderstandings.
I am Clement and I am running as your Phew. Hell, this sucks.
Is my speech impactful?
Yeah, it's very convincing too.
Really? Ha! I constructed this speech yesterday alone.
Whoa! Just yesterday?
Eh, how can he be so carefree? A pleasant afternoon, everyone. I am running as your vice president. I am aiming to support the students in both.
And for the elite party, running for the position of Vice President, Clementinaan.
You gotta do this, man. It's your fault after all. You know you have social anxiety, yet you still choose to do this. A pleasant afternoon to all of you. I am Clementinaan and I am running as this school year's Vice President. We will support the students in both their academic and non-academic endeavors, because after all, you are also part of our successes. We want to be accessible to you guys at all times and ensure you that we, the student government as well as the administration, have your back. So vote wise, vote Elite Party, choose me.
As observed here, candidate number 1 failed to carry out his public speech or the public communication. This is mainly due to his nervousness and lack of confidence. So, tip number 5. When delivering your speech, always practice ahead of time. This will mold you to be better and to be refrained from committing these common mistakes. So for our last topic, let us witness these 10 students as they deliver different types of speeches according to purpose and delivery.
I'm going to explain what the sport basketball is. So basketball is a team sport where there are 2 teams containing 5 players each. They compete with each other in a rectangular court, and the players can score by shooting the ball through the enemy's hoop, while also defending their own. The team with the most points at the end of the match wins. And who's it again? Oh yeah, and if they are tied by the end of the 4th quarter, they are given an additional time to play, or is commonly known as overtime. That's it, guys. Thank you.
Typhoon Ulysses unleashed powerful winds and rain that killed thousands of people, destroyed thousands of homes, and left the region empty. President Rodrigo Duterte approved plans formulated by his Typhoon New Task Force to prevent the repeat of flooding in Manila and Rizal City experienced during Typhoon Ulysses.
For the expository or informative speech, it is significant to take note the credibility, accuracy, and clarity of your speech, and for it to be memorable to your audience as well. To achieve this, the speaker must present valid arguments and sound reasoning, provide accurate information that is up to date, reliable, and uncorrupted, use simple words and straightforward sentences, define unfamiliar concepts, choose an organizational pattern, and lastly, to show enthusiasm, creativity, and sincerity.
So vaccines are usually made 10 or more years of process. So we should not take vaccines that are made for COVID since it was only made in less than a year. So it might have side effects like what happened to Vaxa.
If the students don't have proper sleep because of the online classes, they would most likely get serious mental health issues. And I suggest that they should minimize their screen time and their given tasks to the students.
Gentlemen, today I'll introduce you the latest model of Oppo, which is the Oppo A7. This is the most high-end introduced phone by Oppo. This may also help your daily lives. So, what are you waiting for? Check it out, add to your cart, and buy now.
For the persuasive speech, first off, you must determine your goal. This is to identify what you want your audience to do or think about. Next, you must know your audience. This will help you deliver a speech that will interest your audience and that they may gain something from your speech. Here, you must also determine their needs, level of knowledge, and attitudes. Next, organize the information of your speech. With this, you must apply the 3 essential parts of a speech, which is the introduction, body, and conclusion. That is supported by details. Also, you must have an organizational pattern that best suits your topic and purpose. Last but definitely not the least, provide strong evidence. Determine the points you want to make and provide strong and sufficient evidence to support each point. Use reputable and reliable sources of information as well.
Good morning, ladies and gents. Today I will be discussing on why should we procrastinate. Why should we procrastinate as students when we can do the deadline earlier than the deadline itself? Well, it is all known that it is our own nature to procrastinate, at least for the majority. And procrastination it helps you get a lot of work done rather than doing it before if you were to compare. And other than that, yes, that's all for procrastination. Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
For the entertainment speech, you have to decide on a topic or theme that is appropriate to the audience and the occasion. Here, you can use entertaining strategies to impart a serious message. Use simple language so that it will be easy for the audience to follow your speech, and use vivid descriptions to create an image in the minds of the audience. Also, use humor effectively, assuring also that it does not offend or insult others. Lastly, use appropriate nonverbal cues that shall ignite your whole speech.
Very good morning to all. The Day of the African Child gives us another opportunity to mobilize our efforts and for the sake of children's welfare and to promote children's human right to a wider audience. As per the UN Convention of the Rights of the Child, these rights are classified under 4 broad themes: survival, development, protection, and participation.
When reading from a manuscript, you must outline and write your speech well by choosing the words carefully to make your speech clear. Next, Format your speech properly, for this will help make it easier to read the manuscript. It is also a necessity to practice your speech and familiarize it. Next, vary your voice to emphasize important points and to express your feelings and attitudes. Make sure to also pause appropriately between sentences. Lastly, look at the audience from time to time for you to connect with them and to sound natural even when reading. A good smile is God's gift to you. It reveals your inner joy. It means that when you are thankful to God, you naturally smile. A smile is not just an expression of your joy, but it also helps spread happiness. In that sense, when you smile well, you are making this world a better place to live in. In that sense, when you smile well, in that sense, when you smile well, you are making this world a better place to live in. As you deliver a memorized speech, it is important to keep it short while still ensuring that it is brief and concise so that it is easier to memorize. You can also visualize by assigning an image to a word or part of the speech that you are having trouble with. Doing so will allow you to quickly get back on track and remember the content when you recall the image. Of course, you must practice until you internalize the entirety of your speech by heart. This way, you can also correct certain mannerisms you may have. This will also give good voice projection through proper posture and breathing. Lastly, use pauses appropriately, which may cause a dramatic effect or build suspense. It can also give the audience time to reflect on your speech.
So there are 3 tips I want to share about how to avoid procrastination to help other students out ways. Personally, I am a procrastinator. I think I know how stressing it can be. So as a fellow student, let me share these tips for you. There are a lot of ways to help avoid procrastination, but these are really the ones that got me. I hope it's helpful for you to get organized, get rid of distractions, and commit to your task.
For the impromptu speech, you have to think first before speaking for you to identify your main point. With this, you must provide supporting details such as reasons or examples. Also, consider the 3 major parts of a speech, specifically the introduction, body, and conclusion. You may also use signposts such as first, second, or finally to help the audience keep track of your points. Keep your speeches short for you to be mindful of the time and only say what is essential. Last but not the least, be confident. Speak with conviction and show confidence by acting and talking naturally. This way, the audience will be more likely to perceive you as a credible speaker.
Greetings and good afternoon to all of you. Today I will address the topic corruption. Everything in this era revolves around the decisions made by powerful people in our society, particularly governmental people and politicians, and many of them result to the misuse of power. It's either for their personal gains, such as money, luxuries, or even more power. This means that corruption makes you gain a lot, but it also means that you deprived a lot of people. Am I right?
For the extemporaneous speech, you have to prepare the outline or notes of the speech you will deliver, which will serve as your guide for explanation or elaboration. Now, you have to rehearse your speech using these outlines or notes that you have created in order for you to internalize the flow of your speech. You also have to speak in a natural manner while delivering your speech, as if you're simply conversing with someone. Lastly, pay attention to the audience's nonverbal cues and respond appropriately. So we are now at the end of our video. I hope you can use these tips towards becoming a better communicator in the near future. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment down below for any video suggestions. Wear your mask and face shields, maintain social distancing, and wash your hands properly. Bye!
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.